Hey tubers, me again. So here it is. It's been sitting in the shop here for a couple of days. Thank you to fix.com. Go to that website, check them out. They have so many DIY repair videos that it's not even funny. It doesn't matter if it's like a dishwasher, a washing machine, a right angle grinder, how to keep your lawnmower tuned up or store it and everything. They got everything, especially for any ladies that are watching. Go, because you'll be able to do some of this stuff for yourself. And everybody knows that service personnel, we can't live without them. But if you're a lady and you call, chances are you're going to get hosed. That's just my opinion. That's just how I feel. Anyways, check out fix.com. They're going to help you out a ton. If it'll be something in the past or something that's going to come up. Anyways, and then thanks again to Echo for actually sending this to me. So you can see, ship this to Zombie Dave, Tucson, Arizona. I was watching fix.com because I'm always hoping to pick up a little bit of knowledge on stuff that I don't know about, and so that's why I follow these guys. Again, I noticed that they were going live. They had the Echo rep on there. That's another thing that I'm interested in, Echo. So I watched it, entered a little, what do you call it, like a raffle thing, left a comment. Next thing you know, they pulled my name out of the hat, and I got this saw. So now I'm going to grab a razor blade. We're going to open it up. What does that sign say? That says, do not use a razor. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm going to set you guys up on a tripod, and we're going to find out what's in here all together. Okay. There's a new phone. I really don't want to drop it. And then, see that right over there? I'm going to talk about that in a minute. No, I don't get paid. I'm not an influencer for those guys either. But, whoops, I kicked you. Alright, open up the box. And because I haven't opened it, I'm really curious to see is that you can take in, run these different bars, 16, 18, or a 20. I would love for it to be a 20-inch bar, but I doubt it. Okay. Packaging is nice. Here's the bar. See if we can get our first question answered. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. Snap a picture. Ding, ding, ding. So I guess actually it'd be like 18 cutting, right? You cut it pretty much all the way up to there. Overall length is 20. That's the biggest one I've ever had. I'm smiling on the inside right now, you guys. Let me back you up a little bit. There we go. Operator's manual. I can't believe there's really that much to know about it, but if it's in like 5 different languages, which it is, believe me, I will read this. There we go. So this right, all this part right here is English, and then all the rest of it is in a couple other languages. Ooh. Right out of the package, comes with an organ chain. You need to see what the number is. That's what it is. This is Mission control, warranty statement, Echo and Shindawa, blah, 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 blah. I'll have to read that later on too. Everything I ever get. Oh look, my very first wrench. And they even give you a cover. So if you were to go and buy this in the store, get it home. Uh-oh. There's that. Wow. This thing's pretty nice. So I guess what I really want to do some reading on this, see what their recommendations are before I actually go and start yanking on it. There's bar oil, there's fuel right there. Oh, check out. Got cutting dogs. It's a good looking machine. Not terribly heavy. Like enough weight to get it to run through a log or two. Hey, wait a minute. A little grease. That is a nice looking filtration system right there, you guys. I'll read all about that. Yeah. So far, so good. You don't need a wrench. Normally, like on a 310, you need to take and use your like a T25 or whatever. This just slides out, slides back in. Got a quick lock. That's pretty much like the same way that they do their what do you call them? It's like 8010, 770. Oh yeah, and this is a shut-off switch. I saw that. It's just you push it, it dies. I'm probably going to be a resistor or something in there. You push it, it dies, and then it's ready to go for the next start. Choke. Nice. Primer. It's always nice to have both, right? Have a choke and a primer. I gotta find out what's going on. Why is all this grease in here? This thing was shipped from Illinois. Illinois. Yeah, I like it. So I'm gonna do a little bit of reading, put it together, then I'll come back and we'll start it up and see if maybe we can't cut through something. So I'll be back. Okay. So I had a couple of thoughts going through my mind while I'm doing this. If you guys ever wonder, like, what the hell's all that background noise? There's a fan right above me. Otherwise, because this is Arizona, it's triple digits pretty much every day. And if I don't vent through here, anyways, that's what the noise is. So anyways, I'm looking at this. This is like the customary plastics that I'm used to. This, the handle, whatever, all of that part. It looks, pretty sturdy and everything. And then it got to this part here, and I'm like, wait a minute, why? Like, did these guys go cheap on this area right here, and then the same over at the gas tank? Nope. Here's what they did. I only had enough. Here's light. I only had enough bar oil to fill it up halfway. So, but that'll actually help out the cause here. I'm going to take and put that cap on there. I did that cap on there. So now, when you take and you lay it down, look at this. You can actually see how much oil that you actually have in there. So without stopping and introducing sawdust chips and stuff like that, you know when it's time to refill just by looking at that down there. And same thing over here on the fuel. Let me get it, put a little shadow on it so you can actually see. fit, you're looking right here. That's kind of cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so you get a ton of stuff. Home Depot. I looked this up online. Is that this saw goes for anywhere between, like, this is all before taxes, $360 and $400. Okay, that's a pretty decent chunk of change if you ask me. But hey, Mr. Echo, where's that world famous Echo oil that you guys like to put in there? It's okay. I probably wouldn't have used it anyways. This is the stuff that I use. It's Maxima Racing Oil Castor 927. Been using this for a billion years. And Redline is another really, really good one. It's just my choice. Like the way it smells, like the way that it works. And they use those on like motorcycle engines and stuff. That's all they do, is that they run full blast all the time. Very, very hard working engine. So that's just my little pimp caster. If you guys want to send me a free 64, because it's pricey, 64 fluid ounce, I would love some. So anyways, hey, I don't know if I should set that down on the ground. I'm going to get you back on the tripod, you guys. Oh yeah, and I put the bar on upside down because, guys, like when if you get a new saw, or if you're not familiar with how saws work, this is, how do you say it? There's a trade-off. The chain is metal, the bar is metal, which justifies, make sure I'm over here, which justifies why you got to take and put the oil. That's a special oil. It has stuff so that it doesn't just absolutely sling off, and it's all that oil does is delay the inevitable that you're gonna have to replace the chain, usually because you end up sharpening it so much, and you're gonna have to replace the bar. So probably like every 2 fill-ups on fuel, you're going to take and you're going to flip this bar over, because when you're cutting through a log, you're pushing down on it like this, right? And so it pushes up against the bar, and then the bar starts to get flared out and worn down. So by flipping it, you're just going to get the maximum use out of this cutting edge and the maximum use out of this cutting edge. So, and then also, I don't know, I'm just assuming that you guys don't know a whole ton. You can buy these little, what do you call them? Little pump grease things for, like, that hole right up there. There's a sprocket in the end of that. And if you take and you put grease in there, I don't recommend it in Arizona, but you take and you put grease in there, and that helps that sprocket to turn. Everything's going to get hot on this. Everything's going to get hot on this just because of friction and stuff. But you can take and you can get the oil, pump that in there, and help that sprocket out a little bit. So, yeah, I just put some gas in it. I do that. I add a little extra, probably running it about, I don't know, maybe 35, 40 to 1 during the break-in. Hey, who's that handsome guy over there? Hi, Jax. Hi, baby boy. Hello. Okay. So, let's get on there. Think it'll just start up? I don't know. So you don't have to take and put the kill switch on or off. It's just always on unless you shut it off. You can hit the primer, see if it'll pick up fuel. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, it's got a full bulb. Pushing it back. I'm going to pull the choke. 50 cc's. 50 cc's, you guys. It's huge. put that on there. Let's see if we can't get it to start. Whoa, it's got some power. I think I'm gonna have to set it down on the ground. Let's do that. That way I can just step in the handle. Make sure. Yep, you're in the picture. Okay, fresh out of the box, see how many pulls it takes to get it started. Oh, she already coughed. I don't know, I haven't read the manual all the way through, but now I just took and I pushed the choke in because I heard it cough, and it should still be on the high idle when it starts. It just sounds like a big boy. Jeez. It's ready to go to work. I don't know if I am, but it sure is. Alright, I'm going to go out and line up a couple pieces of wood and see if we can just like kick some butt going through there. Somebody remind me, put it in the comments. Hey, don't forget to get some more bar and chain oil. You're out. In the trash. Okay guys, I'll be right back. 6 inch. This is way bigger than just a bucking saw. So I'm figuring anything like 12 to 14 inches, you could probably go ripping through that stuff all day long. So I don't know how, this does not look that safe to me. But I got this piece of wood clamped on here and see if we can't just like rip through a couple pieces. Same thing as usual. To do the start, especially on a hot restart, pull the choke out, push it in, that sets a high idle. Do that, that'll keep the chain from spinning. And then a little blip of the trigger will set it back down. Just got you focused in to see how it cuts. Who's going to clean that mess up? That throws a lot of shavings fast. I didn't even have it going full bore. To be honest, I was worried about that thing falling off. But yeah, that does a good job. Good combination. Really good power. Combined with an Oregon chain. That's like total success. Anyways, hey guys, thanks for watching. I told these guys, fix.com, go see them. Who knows, maybe they'll give away a washing machine. I don't know, but you're always going to learn something, and every day that you can learn something, it's a good day. So fix.com. Thank you so much to Echo. I'll probably do more videos later on in the future, showing like what I'm doing with this. We always get storms here from monsoons and whatnot. I'll be able to like cut up some mesquites and stuff like after storm damage. So anyways, thank you again to everybody that made all this possible. I really do appreciate it. And Zombie Dave, woohoo, do saw. That's it. I'm done. I'm out.